Tell me why Americans want to be making Black Americans to talk too much when they are not supposed to talk too much. Tell me why. We have a lot of pressure going on already, but these people will still be doing one or two things that will make Black Americans talk. Since now they have calmed down with the discussion of Black Americans do not have allies, Black Americans do not have this, Black Americans do not have culture. Now they have gone to the point of taking what personally belongs to Black Americans. And trust me, there is no country that will literally do this if it is not Ghanaians. Ghanaians want to pull heaven on earth to the point Ghanaians said that Nigerians are jealous of them because they have the property that literally the whole wide world thought was for Black Americans. I was like, what is happening here? Why was I not updated? You guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. With that being said, let's go watch what is that Ghanaian property that Black Americans have literally taken or stolen from them. I'll be back with commentaries.
My dad came in from Ghana. He flew in from Ghana to be here.
I'm sorry, but did I hear it right? Michael B. Jordan is Ghanaian. Oh!
He didn't say that at all.
We have finally won an Oscar.
No.
Did you guys hear it? He said, my father just came back from Ghana. Oh, Ghana for you, Mate. We have all won the Oscars. Michael B. Jordan, come home, Mate. We miss you. Come back to Ghana with you and your father. Thank you.
I done seen at least 5 videos of Ghanaians saying that Michael B. Jordan is now a Ghanaian because he said his father flew in from Ghana. Flying in from somewhere is not the same. She's like, did I hear that right? Girl, you heard what you heard and completely. That's why they be saying y'all have comprehension issues. He didn't say, my father is a Ghanaian man flying in from Ghana. He said he flew in. Black Americans travel places. We don't go there and stay at the same rate as y'all. We travel, we come back. Even if he lives there, he also has a house in the States. So now y'all laying claim to the Oscar that Michael B. Jordan won. It is really pathetic at this point. Let me show y'all another video of another Ghanaian. The title, oh, Michael B. Jordan's father is Ghanaian. When did he say that? Child. Y'all are never beating the allegations. And when people call y'all tethers, y'all get mad. When people say that y'all parasites, that y'all leech off our accomplishments, and that y'all are so desperate for us to cling to the term African American so that you can lay claim to the things that we accomplish, create, and how we inspire and influence the world, y'all say it's a lie and we have no culture and we're nothing. But y'all jumped at the opportunities to try to claim a Black American with a long lineage here in the country as Ghanaian because he simply said his father came back from Ghana. I could fly to Brazil tomorrow. That does not make me Brazilian.
Michael B. Jordan won
again.
his first Oscar at the Oscars last night, and his father, who lives in Ghana, went all the way there just to watch his son.
My dad came in from Ghana. He flew in from Ghana to be here. My brother, my sister's here. My family.
Now, you know, we Ghanaians, unless we don't hear our name somewhere. Once we hear Ghana, then our ears will pick up. Now people are asking questions. Hey, why is his father Ghanaian? Hey, how come nobody told me that Michael B. Jordan's father lives in Ghana? He won Best Lead Actor for his movie Sinners at the Oscars. That was his first Oscar. Well deserved, to be honest, because Michael B. Jordan, I mean, he has given us the good movies back to back. I feel like right now he's everybody's favorite. We have a user on X saying we have to petition JM to give him Ghanaian citizenship so we can say Ghana has won.
Before she got cut off, she says they got a petition to give him Ghanaian citizenship so they could say Ghana won an Oscar. If this ain't the very definition of tethering, then I don't know what. Did he even say his father lived there? If Johnny had 5 apples, saying that you traveled back from somewhere does not mean that you're saying you're from there. Now let y'all hear Michael B. Jordan say out of his own mouth where his parents are from and what his lineage is. I'll be right back, because this is getting to a point. God damn it. What is going on?
My dad's side of the family is from Shreveport, Louisiana. My mom's side of the
Where?
family is from Hope, Arkansas. So having a family history and lineage from the South is something that was always there. I guess realizing and contextualizing a
The
bit
South.
that the movie that we were making somehow is basically my grandparents' story also. You know, realizing, like, you only really realize your grandmother and your grandfather, you only know them as older people. But you forget they were 25 too, having a good time, you know what I'm saying? And trying to, deal with the harsh reality of the Deep South and Jim Crow era. And
Jim Crow.
how they were trying to find a piece of freedom and a piece of themselves,
So there you had it. He literally talks about his grandparents going through Jim Crow and how his mom and them are from Shreveport, Louisiana, and I think he said Arkansas. I don't know. Don't directly quote me, but I just played the clip. What the hell? Yo. Yet they will talk down and say, we have no culture, we have no influence, nobody wants to be like us. And this is how they carry on. Now, it's one thing to be excited and happy and to applaud for Michael B. Jordan, but to completely try to take ownership of his accomplishments and say that he is Ghanaian because he said his father flew back from Ghana is utterly ridiculous. And I don't even know why he even needed to mention that. I guess maybe he was trying to say, my father, he came in all the way from a whole other continent so that he could be here tonight. Or are they still trying to Pan-Africanize us? I don't know. The jury is out. You all can get in the comments, sound off, and let me know what it is that you think. But this is like, it's given single white female. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. And congratulations, Michael B. Jordan. You absolutely deserved it.
Yeah, mama, what's up? Y'all know how I feel about my mother and my father's here. Your pops, where you at? My dad came in from Ghana. He flew in from Ghana to be here. My brother, my sister's here, my family.
That short clip has been kind of circling around and having people question if Michael B. Jordan's father is from Ghana, like if his father is a Ghanaian, because he said that he flew in from Ghana. Well, I'd hate to break it to you guys, and I know that there's been a lot of Ghanaian creators on here that have been excited about what he said and thinking that he's from Ghana and that he's half Ghanaian. I'm sorry to break it to you, but Michael B. Jordan's parents are both Black American. They're both from the United States, from the South. I think that's where he said his roots are from, Louisiana or something like that. So, but I just think that it's been funny because I've seen like 2 clips of 2 Ghanaian people who were like, oh, we finally got an Oscar, we can claim an Oscar or something like that. And it's like, I hate to burst your bubble. I really would hate to do that, but just because somebody has a residency somewhere, just because somebody may have been visiting, I don't know what his father was doing out in Ghana. He might have a house out there. He might, or he might just do business out there. I don't know what his father does, but he's American, guys. He's not from Ghana. I mean, if he had said his dad flew in from Australia, would you have assumed that his dad was actually from Australia, that he was an Australian citizen, that he was from there, or that he was an Aboriginal? Look, y'all got Shabuzi and plenty other West African successful Hollywood actor people, Hollywood celebrities and stuff like that. So, but you can't have Michael B. Jordan, baby. You can't have him.
First of all, everybody is now a Ghanaian. Everybody in the diaspora wants to be a Ghanaian. You get, everybody wants to be associated with a nation of peace. Everybody wants to be associated with the gateway to Africa. So the Oscar award took place, and Michael B. Jordan won an award. And when he was delivering his thank you speech, he said, my dad just came back from Ghana. It means his dad was in Ghana. Michael B. Jordan's dada. Michael B. Jordan's father was in Ghana. So that's what he said. My dad just came back from Ghana. So now we are going to dig to see if his dad is a Ghanaian. And if his dad is a Ghanaian, if you travel outside Ghana before, if you ever been to Europe, and you are conversing with people, and they ask you where you are from, you say you are from Ghana, the way they treat you is different too. Because they know our mannerism, we are a cool set of people. So, yo, gentleman, where are you from? I'm from Ghana. I say, wow, they will treat you differently. You get? So now, Michael B. Jordan has given us a hint. Now we are going to check to see if he's a Ghanaian. And if he's a Ghanaian, some people. Anyways, massive congratulations to him. Winning an Oscar is the peak of every actor's career.
Now let's get to some of the things she said, family. Number one, this whole thing now of Tether's running on Twitter and social media and these media companies trying to talk about Michael B. Jordan is Ghanaian. And the reason they're saying that is because, as you saw from the clip, his father, he said during his award acceptance speech that his father flew in from Ghana. So the Tethers, I knew when he said that, I said, oh Lord, the Tethers, they're gonna latch on to that. They're gonna harp on to that, and they're gonna turn him into a Ghanaian overnight. And sure enough, by the time I woke up the next day, they were talking about Michael B. Jordan is half Ghanaian. He's Ghanaian, he's Ghanaian. Let's be clear, Michael B. Jordan is a foundational Black American family on both sides. His father is from Louisiana and his mother is from Arkansas. You dig? You don't have to believe me. We can play Michael B. Jordan telling you that himself. Let's roll the clip.
Yeah, side of the family's from Louisiana. My mom's side of the family's from Arkansas. So having a family history and lineage from the South is something that was always there.
All right, there it is, family. You just heard it from Michael B. Jordan himself. Both sides of his family are from the South. Okay? His mother being from Hope, Arkansas. Shout out to Hope, Arkansas. Shout out to the whole FBA family in Arkansas. We don't talk about Arkansas enough. You get foundational Black American greats like E. Jordan that come out of Arkansas. One of the fathers, in my opinion, of R&B that come out of Arkansas. And shout out to Shreveport, Louisiana. Okay, I got special love for my FBA family down in Louisiana. Louisiana, Mississippi, like cousins at this point. You dig? So shout out to them. All right, so he's telling you about his lineage. Nowhere in there did he say Ghanaian. And this brings me to my second she was trying to do this whole thing. Not only do they try to Africanize the actors like Michael B. Jordan and the directors like Brian Coogler, they try to Africanize the movie Sinners, which is clearly centered in foundational Black American culture, highlighting the foundational Black Americans created in the Mississippi Delta during the 1920s and 30s, something that became to be known as the Delta Blues. Okay, it has nothing to do with Africa because she was in here talking about, oh, I can hear some Ghanaian some twa in his speech. Stop the cap, man. Stop the cap. He didn't study Ghana for this role. He was tapping into ancestral memory in his roots from the South. Let's continue to play the clip. He's talking about the energy he was channeling. Let's play it again so you can hear from Michael B. Jordan himself. I never want y'all to believe me. Believe the receipts.
I guess realizing and contextualizing a bit that the movie that we were making somehow is basically my grandparents' story also. Realizing, like you only really realize your grandmother and your grandfather, you only know them as older people. But you forget they were 25 too, having a good time, you know what I'm saying? And trying to, deal with the harsh reality of the Deep South and the Jim Crow era and how they were trying to find a piece of freedom and a piece of themselves, along the way. So I think just the idea of this movie, was channeling a lot of my own family heritage and lineage a little bit.
And there it is, family. So as you can see, our good FBA brother Michael Jordan was channeling his family ancestral memory. Okay, that comes from his lineage that goes into the Deep South. Okay, he comes from a lineage that dealt with Jim Crowism. Okay, that's rooted in foundational Black American culture. That's what he summoned to make this movie. And by the way, they shot this movie in Louisiana. It was based off Clarksdale, Mississippi, but they shot it in Louisiana. So I know his connection, being that his father is from Shreveport, Louisiana, was very special in this film. Okay? He had ancestral memory playing those roles. That had nothing to do with Ghana. All right? Don't let them play that whole little game because they always want to Africanize or center Africa in every movie about foundational Black Americans. It has to be some type of African tie. It was none. This was rooted and centered in foundational Black American culture, and that's why it did so phenomenally well.
Now, see, this is exactly it. This is exactly the issue that we have here. if it's something criminal, if it's something negative, then it's like, oh, that's black culture. That's the black Americans. It's the Americans, the black Americans that be doing that. But let it be somebody winning an Oscar, Michael B. Jordan winning an Oscar, somebody doing something great, somebody producing something amazing or creating something amazing. Then it's like, let's try to figure out a way to make that person African. Let's try to say that this person is from this country or that country in Africa. Because if it's something good, they couldn't be American, right? They couldn't be associated with Black American. They just want everything associated with us to be negative. Like, damn, y'all just gonna take credit for all of the good shit and just leave us, dump us with all the garbage? Like, I noticed that. Like, it's so blatantly obvious, and they don't see the issue with it, or either that or they just really don't care. And then I also find it funny how people will say that it's divisive to bring this stuff up. It's divisive to make it clear that Michael B. Jordan is a Black American, or somebody who does great things is a Black American. They say that's divisive, but what's funny is that when they thought that Michael B. Jordan was Ghanaian, all of a sudden it's like, shout out to Ghana, shout out to Ghana. It was all very Ghana focused. It wasn't about flat blackness. It wasn't an all-inclusive Black celebration. It's exclusive when it's specific to one of their countries. But if it's us, then we're supposed to be all-inclusive. And we're supposed to just share with everybody and just give credit to everybody because we're just the flat Black generic Africans of America. It's very obnoxious. And they don't even see the hypocrisy in it. It's crazy.
My own family heritage and lineage a little bit. My dad's side of the family is from Shreveport, Louisiana. My mom's side of the family is from Hope, Arkansas. So having a family history and lineage from the South is something that was always there. I guess realizing and contextualizing a bit that the movie that we were making somehow is basically my grandparents' story also. Realizing, like, you only really realize your grandmother and your grandfather, you only know them as older people. But you forget they were 25 too, having a good time, you know what I'm saying? And trying to, deal with the harsh reality of the Deep South and the Jim Crow era and how they were trying to find a piece of freedom and a piece of themselves,
So I've been seeing the funniest thing today. The funniest thing today is all down my timeline. Why are people saying Michael B. Jordan's dad is Ghanaian just because Michael B. Jordan said that his daddy flew in from Ghana? What? I mean, hold down arguments. Hold down arguments about Michael B. Jordan's dad, who is actually from the United States of America. But just because Michael B. Jordan said he flew in from Ghana, all of a sudden people think he's Ghanaian? Y'all, Michael B. Jordan and his parents are from the United States of America. What? No, nobody. I mean, I do believe that his family is Pan-African. He is definitely an ethnic Black American. He really is. His parents are. I think they're from California. I think they are really from California. But they have roots like most ethnic Black Americans. Hey. Our roots, our home is in the South. In the South. So he's from the South. More, I think I want to say Louisiana. I do want to say Louisiana. Now as far as his dad's name, his dad's name is Michael Jordan. Yeah. Yeah, so he's named after his dad. Yeah. This is so weird. I cannot believe. I had no idea that Michael B. Jordan just mentioning a country would have this effect. just mentioning the country. I mean, shoot. That is some real cultural pull right there. That is some that's some pull right there. Like,
You know what I'm saying? That's wild. That's wild to me because I mean thousands of people, thousands. That's wild. Killmonger was my favorite character. I love Killmonger, okay? Maybe I'm the only one, but I love Killmonger. I really love Killmonger. He did that, okay? He did that, all right? But there wasn't this much when he did Killmonger. It wasn't this much. But he said, my dad flew in from Ghana. Oh!
Okay, so some people felt like I was being divisive when I made my last video about Michael B. Jordan's background and that he is Black American on both sides. His parents are from the American South. He's not Ghanaian. His father flew in from Ghana, but he's not Ghanaian. Some people were like, oh, well, why does it matter? Why does it matter? We're all Black. Why are y'all making a big deal out of this? Why are you even pointing it out? Why does it matter? Now, meanwhile, mind you, there's a lot of Ghanaians, which I'm about to play a clip for you guys, who are kind of mocking the situation. I don't know if they're trying to target that at us or what. I'm not going to try to assume that, but it could be taken that way.
Bro, it's Ghana, man. The Ghana is growing all over the global world, bro.
Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, well, he made history at the 98th Oscars. And it was such a beautiful night.
Kweku Berima. Jordan. Yeah.
It was such
I didn't know his father was
night.
Ghanaian.
I mean, same. I didn't know.
I know his mother is Nigerian.
Yeah.
I know his father was Ghanaian. That's very
I
interesting.
didn't know that.
Your pops, where you at?
But you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I feel a little bit bad because, first of all, I was not trying to be divisive, but I feel a little bit bad because I think sometimes as Black Americans, we don't realize how influential we actually are and how visible we actually are on a main stage, on a worldwide stage. And people actually, I think, just really look up to our group. And I think that they may not admit it, especially if we're having these types of conflicts, but they really admire us for real. And they really do want to be a part of what we got going on over here because it's a big deal because we're on a worldwide stage. And I feel like they may feel like they're in our shadow. They may feel outshined. So I feel like anytime it's a Black American person that can connect themselves to Africa when they're successful, they want to try to take a hold of that because there's not a whole lot of good publicity around the continent of Africa in any one of those countries. But honestly, it's still obnoxious, especially when the one interview dude was like he knew his mother was Nigerian. And it's like, where did you even get that from? Where did you get that his mother was Nigerian? His mother is from America, like she's Black American too. So I don't understand where he got that from. I don't know. I kind of get it, but it's also still obnoxious.
So I just discovered that Michael B. Jordan, the Oscar winner, yes, he won, might be Ghanaian. I don't know. I know his middle name is Bakari. Michael B. is Bakari. Bakari is a West African name. I don't know. It's not Ghanaian, I think, but I'm just curious. He said in his Oscar speech that his father flew in from Ghana. Why this is so important? Because creativity is often like misunderstood, misrepresented when it comes to the African continent and Caribbean people, right? I'm from the Caribbean, but I have lived in Africa, I've lived in the Caribbean, I've lived in multiple places. I'm from Europe, but that is something that you see in the West really being celebrated, like an Oscar for an actor. As an actor, you are working in the creative industry, just as a video editor, just as an author, book writer, just as a singer. But in African culture and Caribbean culture, it's often pushed to the side or underestimated. Wow, this is where the real intellectual property lives. This is where you can get royalties on your movies, royalties on books, royalties on your ideas. That's what I'm talking about. So I hope you, let's celebrate that this is happening, for the community. And literally, because he won this Oscar, he can ask way more for any movie. So it literally increases your value, your monetary value. And it's just dope, right? If you want to know more about creativity, culture, and the industries and how you can turn your creativity into coins, go to my PDF, Culture to Coins, and just, follow me and let's talk more about this and subscribe.
Black Americans are held as the default of the concept of blackness.
This whole conversation is so weird to me for a number of reasons. It'll always be weird when diaspora explain blackness to Black Americans as if we aren't well aware of our own history. Yeah, Black Americans are going to be what people think of when they think of black, because we're the people who they came up with the idea of black for. They stripped us of our culture and they were like, you guys are now black. And we were like, okay. And then we started making stuff. And then everyone was like, that stuff is so cool. You wouldn't mind if I just... And then K-pop happened and British rap happened. And then you make this weird point. You make this weird point in the video where you're like, black American culture shoved down our throats. Mind you, there are a whole entire Black Americans who do not engage in Black American culture. They'll watch Friends instead of Living Single. like, who puts a gun to your head and is like, listen to Kendrick Lamar? Because no one's telling me to listen to Central C. I tried, and it made me sick. It made me sick to my stomach, fam. Sorry, I guess I'm mixing up the wrong diaspora. Like, you guys engage with Black culture the same way every other colonizer engages with Black American culture. You see it, and you're like, wouldn't it be cool if I just started wearing Nike? It's absolutely mental. Some of this does boil down to the melting pot, and I know that people don't understand that term. I have had to explain in real life multiple times that melting pot doesn't mean a celebration of a bunch of different cultures. It means discarding your culture and conglomerizing into the dominant culture. It's melting away who you were that makes you unique for uniformity. That's what a melting pot is. So when you try to use Black as an identity outside of America, of course it's a little weird because some of those places have distinctive cultures. And to them, it's an affront to that culture, that diversity, to simplify it as you're Black. There are so many different cultures in Africa. They'd rather be called African at times. I mean, I can't speak for all Africans. I can only speak for the ones that I've talked to. But they don't like Black because it has that connotation of the melting pot, of discarding your identity for the falling in line. Whereas saying you're African maintains that identity while also recognizing that you're part of a larger group. And I'm not like the scientist. I'm not gonna Black British you and try to speak to your own life experience. But yeah, this video is weird.
I'm so ashamed. I'm so ashamed of Ghanaians right now. Honestly, I can't lie to you. I'm so disappointed. Oh God, I'm tearing up. Honestly, I'm so ashamed. Well, like that's the highest embarrassment I've seen from Africans, honestly. And to not crown it to the fact that Ghanaians are saying that Nigerians, to be specific, are jealous, are angry because Michael B. Jordan is from Ghana. I was not like, Jesus Christ. Why do you people jump into conclusions so fast without making research? Because if I want to do videos like that and I want to be very sure that Michael B. Jordan is from Ghana, I don't need to just take from the clip. I need to go do research and be sure that Michael B. Jordan is from Ghana, for crying out loud. That is why we have internet, for you to be able to access information. And to now crown it all that Ghanaians are claiming that they are more smarter than every other African countries, and then falling their hands in big time is more embarrassing for me. He made a simple statement, a simple, correct English. He was not putting water in his mouth when he said it. He never said that my parents are from Ghana. He said my parent flew in all the way from Ghana. So there is a possibility that I will be in America, and my child will be doing something, but I don't just want that my child to take this beautiful, sweet award that is competing for. I literally need to be present. So I will fly in from America to Nigeria. Does that make me an American? Does that give me the right to be an American? Michael B. Jordan even added in one of the video that he later did, where he literally said his parents only see Ghana as a second country, like to just go in, rest, chill, and come back. They are not from Ghana. I think he said his mother is from Arkansas also. I've forgotten where he said his father is from. So it's just that terrible that you people don't make research. You just pick up your mic, set your camera, and just film videos directly. One, to gain audience attention. Secondly, you don't even care if the source you're getting your information from is right. Ghana really, really fall my hand to the last level at this point. Like, I am so disappointed and embarrassed. Now, let's even leave that aside, right? Look at the ones that took to their podcasts and were dancing, jubilating. If this was a criminal act, or probably they said Michael B. Jordan pew-pewed someone, will Ghanaians be claiming Michael B. Jordan? Even if, let's assume, God forbid, let's assume that this was his last wish that he wanted to say before he died, something like that. Maybe because of one criminal act or something that he did that was really bad. And then they say, make a statement. And then he said, oh, my parents even flew in all the way from Ghana. Today is I tell you, Ghanaians they will never have done a video claiming that Michael B. Jordan is from Ghana. They did that video claiming he's from Ghana because they have seen the glory. You know, whenever it's bad, they push it to Black Americans. Black Americans are the one that owns the bad ones. Whenever it's good, every single country wants to claim it. Someone said my parents flew in. How is it so difficult for a country that claim that they understand English more than Nigeria? Even as a common Nigeria, I can understand that phrase, I flew in. So it doesn't mean you are a Ghanaian. You can flew in from any single place just because you want to represent your son. The only time that Ghana would have had the right to fly all of these nonsense thing that they were flying, jubilating, dancing, screaming, is when he said, my parents are from Ghana and they reside in America and they flew in from Ghana this morning. Common sense, they said, is literally not common to everybody, but honestly, you people should let Black Americans have peace to enjoy their celebrities. You people should allow them celebrate them in peace. You people should allow them enjoy the good thing that these people are doing. Michael B. Jordan has made Black Americans proud. And that should be Black Americans hitting their chest and screaming, yes, we did it. If you want to cheer, go ahead and cheer the same way I cheered, right? I'm happy for Black Americans. I'm happy that he got the Oscar award. It is not easy. If it is easy, run am. No, if it easy, run am. So because it not easy, another person don't do am, you guys to chill. Do your research next time, Ghanaians, and stop creating and making it look like we African countries cannot comprehend simple, correct English. Whatever. Let me know what you think about this video. Credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in at this episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping commentaries, and also joining my membership, dropping super thanks and joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. Let me know what you think about all of this video. And yes, guys, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys.